6 more episodes to go, and Taylor Sheridan's epic western Yellowstone will finally come to an end. A bittersweet moment for fans who've enjoyed the Dutton family's drama and catastrophes since 2018. But they ultimately know it's time to hang up your saddles and call it a day. To be fair, they kinda have to. Kevin Costner, the star of the show, walked away from the Yellowstone ranch after finishing part 1 of season 5. The show couldn't go on without John Dutton, even if Sheridan wanted it to, and reports suggest that he did. However, the world of television and big-budget productions is never stable. One day, Kevin Costner's walking away from Yellowstone and sending the writing room into a panic, and the next, everyone's talking about season 6. Wait, what? Yeah, you heard that right. Reports suggest that after compressing the 2 seasons he had planned into 6 episodes, after rewriting the script and declaring part 2 as the finale, Taylor Sheridan is working on a season 6 script after all. But what was that about the television world never being stable? There's a lot to unpack about season 6, and you're in the right place. The stars of season 6. For 2 years now, fans were convinced that Kevin Costner would one day announce that this was all just a prank. He would show up in the final season as John Dutton, take back the Yellowstone ranch, and order will be restored. That's what a few fans are still hoping for, as the final season of the show is set for release on November 10th. However, we wouldn't bet on it, and neither should you. While it would be a great television surprise, it's not one that's happening. There could have been a slight chance of it had Kevin not announced that he wanted to come back. Basically, after finishing Horizon's first 2 parts, Kevin revealed that he had his people reach out to Paramount asking if he could come back and give John Dutton a proper send-off. To preface, there's no bad blood between Costner and anyone at Paramount. That being said, the final season had been filmed and Paramount rejected Kevin's offer. Effectively, the final season will go on without Costner, although director Christina Voros claimed that John Dutton's presence is still central to the show, now more so than ever that we're nearing the end. The trailer also confirmed that John would be in the show in some way, shape, or form, albeit he's taking the back seat now to let the Dutton kids at the wheel. On that note, let's actually talk about who would be starring in the final season. No, that's not the second half of season 5. We know that cast for that one. It's basically everyone minus Kevin Costner. What we're talking about is the planned release of another final season, season 6. So no, Kevin Costner will unfortunately not be a part of that season either. But to bear the Dutton family torch, we'll have Beth and Casey Dutton. That's Kelly Riley and Luke Grimes. The third Dutton kid, the forgotten one, Jamie Dutton, doesn't have a confirmed re-entry into the season as of yet. That might have something to do with the plot of season 5. However, we know that Wes Bentley would love to come back to Montana. Speaking of which, we have to talk about the other Dutton kid, someone John loves more than a son, and he's got 2 of them. We're of course talking about Rip Wheeler, played by Cole Hauser. Rip's been a central figure on the show since season 1 first aired, but based on the minutes-long trailer that we just saw, we can say with absolute certainty that he's going to be an even bigger figure in the final season. On that note, he'll really come out on top when he stars as the lead in season 6. Okay, so Sheridan still has the script for season 6, and Paramount loves a good show from the series creator. This means that if he pushed for it, season 6 would undoubtedly go through. Apparently, Paramount attempted to negotiate a new contract for Luke, Kelly, and Cole. This pretty much confirmed that a 6th season is happening. But wait! Reportedly, all 3 of the actors were willing to take on the new project provided that they got a pay bump. Kevin Costner walked away with $1 million per episodes, and the rest of the cast made half as much as him. To be fair, we're talking about a living legend here. Then again, the other actors have established themselves as household names because of Yellowstone. Let's admit it, you cannot have a 6th season without them, and they'd only do it for almost $1 million each. Kelly, for example, wanted $1.5 million per episode to continue with season 6. Cole and Luke wanted somewhere around the same figure. This was a huge pay bump for Paramount, and it almost seemed like season 6 wasn't going to happen. But then, after the actors went down a couple $100,000 and Paramount weighed the benefits of having a 6th season, everything was settled. Still, this news just confirmed that a 6th season is being talked about and discussed with the main cast. We still don't know if it'll actually happen. Is this Matthew McConaughey's season? Think back to late 2022 when news of Kevin Costner's exit from Yellowstone first hit. Do you remember who was rumored to replace him? That's right, the man who's become somewhat synonymous with westerns, save for Costner himself, Matthew McConaughey. Back then, grieving Yellowstone fans saw a glimmer of hope when they heard that Matthew would be taking over the reins from Costner. This was almost 2 years years ago, and so far, no news has indicated that the actor has started work on Yellowstone. To be fair, the rumors were a tad bit iffy, with some suggesting that Matthew would be replacing John Dutton as the new head honcho, and some suggesting that Paramount had greenlit a Yellowstone spin-off that featured the actor. In the end, an executive from Paramount claimed that Matthew would be getting his own spin-off titled 2024, which would draw inspiration from the parent series. 2024 would have continued with Sheridan's spin-off traditions such as 1883 and 1923, but this would be set in the present day. The title also suggested that the new show would feature several actors from the parent series. Reportedly, Matthew was excited to be working on a Sheridan production and was itching to sign the contract. But it's 2 years on now and no contract has been signed. Why? Well, it's not because of money, we can tell you that much. Matthew might be a big name who comes with a big salary demand, but Paramount was willing to give him whatever he asked for, except the one thing he actually did ask for. Reportedly, Matthew wanted to read the full script before he committed to the project, and he was promised one. Then, 2023 rolled around, the writer's strikes happened, and Sheridan and the team got busy with Yellowstone. Matthew wasn't given the script, just snippets of it. When it seemed like he'd have to wait a whole lot longer, he respectfully bowed out. Is The Madison actually season 6? For fans who were eagerly waiting for a spin-off, we have some good news. There is one that's scheduled for a 2025 release, but it doesn't feature Matthew McConaughey and isn't necessarily a continuation of Yellowstone. It's more like Tulsa King, a continuation of Sheridanverse, sure, but not affiliated with the parent series, save for the fact that it features rural living and high-paced drama. The Madison isn't about the Dutton family. Michelle Pfeiffer is set to star in the new series, a widow who moves with her daughters to the Madison Valley after the tragic passing of her husband in a plane crash. Matthew isn't a part of this series, but another Hollywood legend, Kurt Russell, has reportedly signed the contract to star in the show, alongside Matthew Fox and Suits' Patrick J. Adams. The Madison is a separate show in itself, based in the present and follows a completely different family. It has nothing to do with the Duttons, and is expected to become the new Yellowstone with a new family in itself. That's just what Paramount wants. However, the anticipated success of The Madison has everyone questioning if Paramount would even care about a 6th season of Yellowstone now. Well, it all depends on how fast Sheridan can finish the script and how soon the cast and crew gets to filming. Are you excited to watch more of the Dutton family drama? Let us know in the comments!